Deep in the heart of Texas, in San Marcos, welcome to Bobcat Stadium. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Texas State Bobcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And the Bobcats ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bison will have the first possession in this one as their offense comes out to go to work. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. On the option. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if you start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
The run inside. It's Pryor. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Over the middle, it's Smith. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Bobcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pryor. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Quarterback will keep it. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Scott. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Smith wants to throw. Bring in the heat. Finds a man on the left. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a crease, it's Scott. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Goes to the option. Quarterback keep. Give to the running back. Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. A run for the quarterback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Smith dropping to pass. Complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
We've come to the break, and Texas State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Trying play action. Oh, what a cut! He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And the defense comes up with a good stop. And here's the thing, great job, great rush integrity, making sure they didn't let him scramble around, make a big play. Now down by 3, your decision, try to kick it or maybe force it and try to go for it.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. Smith wants to throw. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll go right back to it. Finding some room. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw for it. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The run inside. It's Scott. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He gets a block. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Myers on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking for a big play. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Running inside. It's Scott. Nice move there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Into the end zone for 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he made the extra point without problem. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the delay, it's Pryor. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. And the Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to take a shot at this DB. Got it down the field. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air on first down. Trying to find the end zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Touchdown, Bobcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It would have been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously, still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He might want another play. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Timeout by the offense.
Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. On the ground, it's Scott. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
This is just complimentary football, and we're seeing it now. Offense scoring points and the defense doing their job. Great job flying to the ball, forcing that football loose, picking it up, convoy to go score, David. Everything going their way.
Everything going their way, making plays, and this offense is going to have to find some answers. Now dug yourself a hole. Going to get in predominantly passing situations. This offense has got to find something fast.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pocket breaking down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. The run inside. It's Scott. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage?
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back and got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Smith dropping to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20, and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Using his legs, it's Pryor. Pulled down for the tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Under fire. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll try to field the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And the pummeling has started.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
Turning it on. Picks up the first down. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Trying to run, it's Pryor. Smashes through the tackle. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Big fella moving. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bobcats. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if it...
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Finds some fresh air. Trucks through the defender. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for space. It's Pryor. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here's a heat. And they got it.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Here comes the heat. Looking to take a shot. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Right down the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He makes the catch. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Might have a chance. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.